Hello there, and welcome back to Vitharr Gaming. Today we are going back into our retro weekend with another one of my all-time favorites on the Sega Genesis, Vectorman. Now you'll notice this week it is no longer stretched across the full screen. I really wasn't happy with the way the pixels and stuff looked all stretched out, so I decided to go back to the bars on the sides, just for recording. But anyways, this is one of my all-time favorite games. I'm so happy to be playing it again. I played the crap out of this back in the day. There's no guarantee I'm going to be any good at it. I used to be not terrible when I was a kid, so I'm not really sure how it's going to be now. Anyways, let's get in. I was messing around on the start screen there. I always used to love doing that. I loved this game. Also played the crap out of Vectorman 2, but this one is my first one. I guess I could have read the story there for you guys, but it's Vectorman. Pick it up on Steam. It's super cheap and super fun. Totally worth getting. I already screwed up. Plus, at the time, this just looked amazing. I mean, I know now it's nothing to write home about, but man, it was a good game. Ah, crap. Ugh. Oh. Some of these power-ups I remember being not fun to use. This one's not terrible, but it feels like it shoots slower. Anyways, a bit of story behind this. I didn't actually own this on at first. I know that was a story on a lot of these games, but I never owned a Sega until much later. But when I was a kid, my older brother ended up getting a copy of this for Christmas? What did I say? I'm pretty sure it was Christmas. Anyways, he ended up getting a copy of it many, many years ago, and I wanted to play it so bad. So he let me play it. When I eventually got my own Sega Genesis, because my older brother didn't live with us at the time. He's actually much older than I am. I'm the youngest of three. So he got it. I wanted to play it, so when we were at his house, I would play it. Well, I got my own Sega Genesis. I actually bought it off of my best friend at the time. I'm already dead. Crap. I should probably not talk so much. Focus. But I got it off of my best friend at the time. In fact, it was the best friend that I used to play, or that I mentioned in my Bonanza Brothers video. Maybe I should use the D-pad and not the thumbstick. I don't know. Well, that worked. So I ended up buying his Sega Genesis off of him. And this was, God, probably in the time of Sega Saturn, because I never actually owned a Saturn, ever. That was just not a system I ever had. But, so I bought his Genesis off of him. This was one of the first games I got on it. It was one of the first games I wanted to get on it. It was one of the first games I bought that didn't come with it, because I bought his Genesis off of him, plus most of his games. So, that was the thing. That's how I got my own copy of Bonanza Brothers. That's how I got all the Sonic games. But, and shortly after I bought this one, I also bought Vectorman 2. So, that's definitely going to be another one that I'm going to play in the future. But for now, we're just going to do Vectorman 1, and I'm going to have fun with it. And I absolutely love this game, so. And again, like with all these old games, I absolutely love the... Oh, man, I already screwed that one up. Wow, that was fast. That kind of pseudo 3D that it does. That was just freaking amazing at the time. Yeah, there we go. I'll be honest, I was always better at Vectorman 2 than I was at 1. That doesn't mean I don't love it. I do remember one of the most disappointing things was that they tried to do... Did they try to do another? Maybe that was... I'm thinking of Vectorman. I don't know. Did they try to do a reboot of Vectorman? I don't think they did. Maybe they did. I don't remember. I don't know. They need to bring this game back. Just bring it back as a 2D side-scroller, or 2.5D side-scroller would probably be best these days. And I would play the crap out of it. Do it like they did with freaking, like, oh god, Double Dragon and all that. Like, a lot of these old games. I am terrible at shooting at an angle without walking. You're supposed to get, like, all fancy with it. Be able to do the, like, between the legs shooting and all that. Not Vitharr, though. Vithar's just bad at this kind of stuff. Also, I'm really bad at finding secrets on these old games. That was just never my forte. But, all things said, just when it comes to Sega Genesis, I know I've been playing a lot of Sega Genesis for these retro weekend videos. Sorry, I'm trying to get the hang of using a thumbstick for this instead of... Oh, I didn't even get a freaking checkpoint. I know I've been playing a lot of Sega Genesis for my retro weekend videos, and that's just because it's the most easily accessible thing I have right now. I'm gonna have to do like video capture device stuff like that for my Super Nintendo and things like that. So for now, I'm just doing Sega Genesis because I have it on Steam. But eventually, I'm gonna move on. We're gonna get other classics from many different areas. I want to do Nintendo. I want to do Sony, PlayStation 1. There's like so many different games on. But that will come in time. Like I said, I have to get a video capture device. It's not something I have right now. It's not something that's readily available to me. So when I get it, we'll be good for that. But for now, we're just going to enjoy what we have and have some fun, right? That's the best we can do. Just enjoy what we have. And what we have is Sega Genesis. And there's plenty of Sega Genesis games for me to play. Sega does what Nintendo don't. Those commercials. I'll be honest, I was actually offended by those commercials when I was a kid. Because I was like, I love my Nintendo. And Sega doesn't play Mario. I know I'm just shooting at nothing half the time, but yeah, whatever. I was trying to get fancy with it. I should have just jumped at it. Or not jumped at it, but stood under it like I'm doing now. Yeah! Boom! I do remember that. Holy crap, Vitharr remembered a secret. Ish. Easy secret, but I don't remember what's in this TV though. Oh yeah, I do now. Oh frig! I didn't mean to use it. No. Oh, I was gonna save it. The buttons on my controller are very, very sensitive. It's made for tapping. We'll say that. I won't say what brand it is, but it's a very sensitive controller. So super easy to accidentally hit buttons you didn't mean to hit. And you know what? I hit a button I didn't mean to hit. Being a kid in the 90s when this came out, I can honestly say this game was the definition of rad. Sometimes I miss the 90s. Other times I remember, like, I had a flat top at one point. I did not look good with flat top. Oh, 90s. Some of those hairstyles are not. Should have never saw the light of day. I had an uncle who had a mullet for a long time. But I live in eastern Kentucky, so that kind of stuff was pretty normal back then. I'm not, but it still is. Ah, shit. I thought I made it. Oh no! I'm so far back. I thought I had a checkpoint. Well, I guess we're doing this. Notice that I have died less than I did in Golden Axe. I'm not terrible at this game. Also, I may pick up and do another Streets of Rage video next week. I just wanted to do something different this week for variety, but I do kind of want to finish Streets of Rage, or at least try to. We made it pretty far in the last video, so I'm kind of eager to see how far I can make it on that one. A lot of the part 2 videos for these games most likely won't be back to back because I do want to get variety in. There are going to be some weekends where I will post multiples, actually. There's sometimes I'm going to want to do two videos a weekend, but they'll be posted on the exact same day. So it'll be extra content from me. And I know I recently changed up the schedule or whatever. We're not going to talk about that here. But that being said, I am going to do some second parts for some of the games. Not all of them, but some of the ones that I really feel like I can make it somewhere on it. Most likely not this one, because I'm doing pretty bad, to be honest. I'm out of lives. I've barely made it anywhere. Yeah. That was always my favorite power-up. Like shotgun blast. Whoa, 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 whoa. Uh-oh. I might die here. I thought I was actually doing decent. Yep. Man, that sucked. Okay, so I went until I lost all of my lives on that one. And that's actually a 15-minute video. So, it's not a terrible length for a video. It's not the 20 minutes I usually do, but it's going to be a bit shorter one. Anyways, this game, I spent hours and hours with it as a child. If you've never played it, it is so much fun. Just make sure you play with a controller, because I don't think a mouse and keyboard would be amazing for it, as is usually the case with these older games. But pick it up on Steam. It's super cheap. It's not that expensive. And have some fun with it like I did, and maybe play a little bit better than I did. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you for joining me in this video. I do hope to see you in the next one. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Goodbye. Hey guys, Vitharr here. If you enjoyed that video, then please go ahead and like and subscribe. If you really enjoyed that video, then hit that bell icon to stay notified. Also, up above should be some recommended videos just for you from my channel, so please feel free to check those out as well.